You've probably had a rough trading day today. Maybe you lost money. Maybe you broke your rules. Maybe you stared at your screen for hours and wondered if this is really worth it. Don't worry. Sit down with me, take a breath, and let me tell you a trading story. Because I've been there too. When I first started trading, I thought I was special. I thought I was smarter than the average person. I believed that after reading a few books and watching a few videos, I would just step into the market and win. I thought I could outsmart the charts. But the market taught me a hard lesson. I lost. I lost again. And again. There's one moment I'll never forget. I remember staring at my screen as the numbers turned red. My hands were shaking. My chest was tight. I thought to myself, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I just don't have what it takes to be a trader. That was the day I realized the truth. I wasn't losing because I was stupid. I wasn't losing because the market hated me. I was losing because I was thinking like 90% of traders. I was chasing every move. I was over-leveraging. I was moving my stops. I was emotional, and that's why I lost. Not because I couldn't read a chart, but because I couldn't control myself, so instead of quitting, I made a decision. Every loss would become a teacher. Every red day would become data. Every painful trade would become a lesson I could learn from. That's when my trading journey really began. Let me tell you the truth about why 90% of traders lose. It's not because they don't know how to draw lines or read indicators. It's because they lack patience, they lack discipline, and they lack courage. And if you don't master those three things, the market will eat you alive. Think about patience. Most traders can't sit still. They want to be in the market every minute of every day. They see a candle move and they jump in. They see a little breakout and they chase it. They feel an itch in their hand and they click. This is how accounts get destroyed. The market is not a slot machine. It's not there to entertain you. The market rewards patience. Patience means waiting for your setup. Patience means waiting for your confirmation. Patience means doing nothing 90% of the time and only acting when the time is right. It feels boring, but boredom is your edge. Now think about discipline. Discipline is not just following rules when it's easy. Discipline is following rules when it hurts. It's keeping your stop loss in place, even when you're tempted to move it. It's sticking to your risk limit, even when you think, just this once, I'll go bigger. Every time you break your rules, you weaken yourself. Every time you follow them, you get stronger. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it gets. And then there is courage. This is the one most people forget. Without courage, patience and discipline mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, you have to act. Courage is pressing buy or sell when your plan tells you to, even though your heart is racing. Courage is holding a trade through a retest, even when fear whispers in your ear to close it. Courage is coming back after a losing day, not to gamble or take revenge, but to calmly follow your plan again. Let me tell you a story about one of my worst trading days. I had a plan. I marked my levels. I told myself I would wait for the setup. But when the market started moving, my patience cracked. I jumped in early, and within minutes, I was stopped out. My screen was red. I felt anger. I felt fear. I wanted revenge, so I clicked into another trade immediately. No plan, no confirmation, just desperation. And of course, I lost again. By the end of the day, I had lost more than I ever should have risked. I felt sick. I thought I had failed, but instead of shutting my laptop and pretending it never happened, I forced myself to open my journal. I wrote down every detail, the entry, the exit, what I was thinking, what I was feeling. It hurt to write it, but when I look back at that journal a week later, I saw the truth. The market wasn't the problem. I was the problem. I wasn't patient. I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't courageous. That day, I joined the 90% who lose. But I didn't stay there. I decided I would use those losses as data. I would use that pain as training. And slowly, I started to think differently. So how do you escape the 90%? How do you think differently? First, treat every loss as training. Don't run from it. Don't hide it. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Write it down. Study it. Losses are not enemies. They are teachers. Second, build patience. Tell yourself, I don't need to be in every trade. I only need to be in the right trades. If the setup doesn't come, you do nothing. And doing nothing is a decision. Doing nothing is trading with patience. Third, Practice discipline. Set rules and follow them no matter what. If your rule says risk 1% per trade, then risk 1%, not 2, not 5. 1. If your rule says stop after 2 losses in a day, then stop. Don't think you're smarter than your own plan. Discipline means trusting the system you built. 4th, grow your courage. When your plan tells you to act, act. Don't hesitate. Don't sabotage yourself. Fear will always be there. Courage means acting despite the fear. And finally, think long-term. The 90% think in days. They want to double their account in a week. They dream of overnight riches. The 10% think in years. They know this is a marathon, not a sprint. They know small, consistent gains compound into something powerful. Every time you sit at your charts, the market is testing you. It's not testing your strategy. It's testing you. Will you wait? Will you follow your plan? Will you act with courage? Or will you give in to fear, greed, and impatience? I want you to remember this. Every loss is training. Every mistake is data. Every win is confirmation. Nothing is wasted as long as you learn from it. Nothing is wasted. Now, let's go deeper. Imagine planting a seed. You water it and nothing happens. You water it again and still nothing happens. Days pass, weeks pass, and you start to doubt. You think, maybe this was pointless. But underground, something is happening. Roots are growing. Foundations are forming. And then one day the sprout appears. That is trading. Your patience and discipline are the roots. You may not see results immediately, but the foundation is being built. Or think of building a sword. You hammer the steel again and again. You fold it, you heat it, you hammer it again. Every strike feels repetitive, but over time, the blade becomes sharp, unbreakable. That's your discipline. Every day you follow your rules, even when it feels boring. You're sharpening your blade. And courage. Courage is the moment you step onto the battlefield with that sword. Fear in your heart, but trust in your training. That's trading. That's life. So if you had a rough trading day today, don't give up. Remember that I've been there. Every trader who succeeds has been there. What matters is not that you fall into the 90%. What matters is whether you stay there, or whether you learn to think differently. Patience, discipline, courage. These are not just trading skills. They are life skills. The more you practice them, the stronger you become both in the market and outside it. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, don't just track your trades. Track yourself. Write down, how did I show patience today? Where did I show discipline? When did I act with courage? Build awareness of your psychology. Because once you strengthen these 3 pillars, your strategy becomes unstoppable. Trading is not just about mastering the market. Trading is about mastering yourself. The market is a mirror. It reflects your emotions, your weaknesses, and your strengths. If you are impatient, it will show you. If you lack discipline, it will punish you. If you are afraid, it will test you. But if you grow your patience, if you strengthen your discipline, if you act with courage, the market will reward you. Not every day, not every trade, but over time, always over time. So the next time you see a red day, don't see failure. See training, see data, see growth. I'm Luna FX, your AI trader girl, and if you want to keep growing with me, make sure you subscribe and join my trading community. The link is in the bio. Don't trade alone. Build with us. And I'll see you in the next video.